everyone, I'm SJ. This is Infinite Fire Readings. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to be talking to you all today about affirmations because they are a popular topic right now in my life and I love affirmations. So let's jump on into it. The reading I'm doing for you today is Mind Power, or From Mind Power by John Coho. I really like this book. This book is very straightforward, very easy to read, and still incredibly applicable in today. I think it was published first just before the 1990s, and yeah, it's really, really good. I really like it. So highly recommend. We're going to go straight to the affirmations chapter today because I think it's one of the most straightforward books I've read to this day on what affirmations are, how they work, and how you can apply them practically into your life with results. So we'll just dive on in. This might be a multi-part recording. I might do this in multiple parts, but we'll see how we go. I'll read some to start with and we'll go from there. So, affirmations. So I won't read the quote. I don't really want to. It's fine. We'll just go straight to where he starts talking. So, affirmations are probably the easiest and simplest technique I know of to influence and affect the conscious mind. They have been used for centuries throughout the world in such spiritual and magical practices as prayers and mantras. Now they are being used by people from all walks of life to close business deals, heal ailments, meet people, win tournaments, and in countless other applications. Affirmations are simple statements repeated to yourself silently or aloud, whatever feels most comfortable and practical to you at the time. You can do them anywhere, in your car while you're driving, sitting in a doctor's office waiting for an appointment, lying in bed before you go to sleep as well. You decide upon a statement that represents what you want to have happen to you and you repeat it to yourself over and over again. For example, let's say you're in a situation that usually upsets you and makes you tense when you'd prefer to be in a relaxed, calm, when you would prefer to be relaxed and calm. This is the perfect time to use an affirmation. Quietly repeat to yourself, I feel calm and relaxed. I feel calm and relaxed. I feel calm and relaxed. Don't try forcing yourself to feel calm and relaxed. Just keep repeating the statement to yourself for a couple of minutes. I feel like repeating that. Don't try forcing yourself to feel calm and relaxed. Just keep repeating the statement to yourself for a couple of minutes. Likewise, if you have a big meeting coming up and you want it to go well, begin affirming to yourself beforehand, it's going to be a great meeting. It's going to be a great meeting. It's going to be a great meeting. So I really like what he says there, where it's the perfect time to use an affirmation when you want it to be something that it's not. So if you're stressing out, you start affirming, I'm calm and relaxed. I'm calm and relaxed. I'm calm and relaxed. And that is what you're doing, is you're changing your thoughts of your subconscious mind to be thinking, oh my goodness, I'm so stressed. You're going, I'm calm and relaxed. I'm calm and relaxed. I'm calm and relaxed. You're telling your mind how to work. You're telling your mind how you want it to work. And ultimately, you are programming your subconscious mind to respond to your conscious thoughts. So that is how I see him stating that, and I really, really like that. So I'll continue to read because I think this next section is also really valuable. So, little heading, what are you doing when you do your affirmations? When you are doing affirmations, you are influencing the thoughts that occur in your mind. Your mind can hold only one thought at a time, so an affirmation works by filling your mind with thoughts that support your goal. The words suggest to the mind what it should be thinking. If you're affirming to yourself, it's going to be a great meeting, your mind will quite naturally begin thinking related thoughts about it being a great meeting. Your mind effortlessly picks up the implications and message of your affirmation. I'm going to reread that. Your mind effortlessly picks up the implications and message of your affirmation. It sounds very simple, but this technique can be remarkably effective in helping you gain the results you want. Make whatever you want to see happen into an appropriate affirmation and use it regularly. One successful salesman I know begins each day with the affirmation, lots of sales, lots of smiles, and he repeats it to himself for several minutes in the morning and several times throughout the day. So something I've noticed that John talks about, as well as other coaches, is repetition is key. Persistence is key. When I'm looking at success stories that I see, you know, in my manifestation groups and things like that, so often the main thing they'll say is persistence, 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 which in itself is an affirmation. It's highly important to have that persistence when it comes to shifting things if you're not yet seeing the results that you want. Now, if you're seeing the results that you want, it's possibly already an assumption, and therefore you don't really need to do too much hard work to maintain it. It's like maintaining a garden. You know, once you've de-weeded it, it's a lot easier to keep the garden looking pristine, because when you go out and de-weed, there's only a few weeds here and there, as long as you do it on a regular basis. You know, if you let the garden grow out and you stop de-weeding it, then obviously that changes things again. So when you're affirming for what you want, you know, it's kind of like if you have never affirmed that way before, you're de-weeding a garden that's never been de-weeded before. So it takes a little bit longer. And that's okay, because the more you continue to de-weed it, the more you work on that garden, the more it's going to start looking like the affirmations that you have planted in there. De-weeding, replanting the thoughts that you want. So, all right. Another important thing that he says as well, things to remember when you are doing affirmations. 1, you don't necessarily have to believe them. I love this so much, by the way, because this was a huge, I don't want to affirm that, but it took a while for me to understand fully if I needed to believe in affirmations or not, and you don't. You just have to repeat them until they harden into fact. Okay, so I'll start that again. 1, you don't necessarily have to believe them. In fact, anyone who's ever been successful in using affirmations has probably been trying to force themselves to do just that. This mistake can actually nullify the effects of the affirmation, which makes sense, because if you're like, I'm happy and calm, I'm happy and calm, you're kind of emotionally affirming that you're not. So that is almost a stronger affirmation than the words that you're saying at the time, is kind of how I interpret that. So if you just stop forcing yourself and go, I'm happy and calm, like even if you're not feeling that way, it's going to be easier to have that imprint and have that become your reality faster. That's what I gather from that. Again, I'm still learning though. So don't worry about believing, just keep repeating. If you do believe what you are affirming, great. If you don't believe it, that's fine too. It doesn't matter. Literally, it doesn't matter. The conscious mind, the conscious mind will quite naturally pick up the content of whatever you are affirming, and the correct thoughts will seep into your consciousness. You don't have to force anything. Isn't that a relief? Isn't that nice to hear? You don't need to force anything. Makes me happy. It's good. 2, always affirm in the positive. Make a positive statement, not a negative one. For example, if you want to see a meeting go well, you wouldn't say, I'm not going to blow this meeting. If you want to be calm and relaxed, you wouldn't affirm, I'm not going to be uptight. For some reason, the mind doesn't pick up the not, and you find yourself programming blow the meeting or uptight. The mind will focus on these self-destructive images and not on what you want. I actually disagree with this a little bit, and that's because so many times in manifestation groups, I've seen people who are affirming and they're getting what they want, and then they might say to themselves, if it's like Rocky, if it's not quite there, they'll say it's not working. Well, hold on, it's not working. Shouldn't that make it mean it's working? So to me, what that means is the emotional core is overriding the words that they're saying. So the subconscious mind isn't picking up on it's not working or any of that. It's picking up on the feeling that's predominant. That's kind of what I feel or think is happening there. I mean, I'm still figuring that out, but it just doesn't make sense to me. Also, there have been people who have created what they wanted by saying like, I don't gain any weight at all. To me, that's them focusing on weight, right? Instead of going, or like, what's another one? I I don't gain any weight during, COVID. Someone else could affirm, I'm skinny as anything. I'm skinny as anything, But if that person has said, I don't gain any weight during COVID, and they understand fully what that means to them and that they remain at the same level of weight, that affirmation is going to be just as powerful because the meaning they assign to those words. So words are just words, right? We give them meaning, we give them power, just like anything else. So that's why, when you say it's not working, your subconscious mind knows what that means to you. So if you say it is working, it is working, it is working, your subconscious mind knows what that means to you. Those two things mean different things to you and your subconscious mind, which is why both of them do have results, regardless of the not and the is. So I do disagree with that. I think it really depends on the meaning that you've assigned to those affirmations. That's my experience from it. So I just wanted to put that 2 cents out there. However, take it as it resonates. So always affirm for what you want and what feels the most natural to you. So if that's you saying, I don't gain any weight during COVID, and you feel good about that and you know exactly what that means, then that's going to work for you and you're going to get the results you want. If you are affirming, I'm always skinny, I'm always skinny, I'm always skinny, then that's going to give you the results you want. Just focus on the thing that feels the most natural to you, because both of them will have successful results as long as you understand the meaning that you're assigning to the affirmation. All right, that was my rant on that topic. 3, keep your affirmations short. An affirmation should be like a mantra. Short and simple, easy to say and easy to repeat. I like to keep my affirmations to 10 words or less. Sometimes even 2 words can be very effective. Tremendous success or record sales. Pardon me. I'm going to leave it there in terms of what I'm reading at this point. So I really agree and love that last part. So you don't have to get too wordy with your affirmations as well if it's easier for you. So if you want to be affirming, say you're like, I have a beautiful house in a perfect suburb. I own a beautiful house in a perfect suburb. You could probably minimize that to like, own house, perfect suburb. My house, perfect suburb. Mine house, perfect suburb. I really do think that if it simplifies it for you, you can. My house, perfect suburb. My house, perfect suburb. You know what that means. So when you're saying those words, you know exactly what that means. My house, perfect suburb means I own my own house in a perfect suburb. You've assigned meaning to the words. Therefore, your subconscious knows the meaning that you have assigned and knows what it is that you want. So I think that you can simplify. Even, if you're working on content creation, something that he did as well when he was traveling, I'll read it later, but just as a quick one, you could affirm however you want to feel when you're doing your content. So say you're looking to get, lots of subscribers, or you're looking to have really confidence as you deliver. You can affirm lots of subs, confidence, fun, or something. Lots of subs, confidence, fun. Lots of subs, confidence, fun. And you're creating that in your head. It doesn't need to be, I have lots of subscribers. I am always confident. I always have fun when I record. If it makes it easier to go lots of subs, confident, fun, you know what that means. It becomes a bit of a mantra, and it has the same, if not maybe more effective power, because it's quicker, it's easier to say, and it's imprinting what you want on your subconscious fast, And I think that can be effective as well, because if you think about when you stress and worry, a lot of the times when I stress and worry, or if I do, I never ever stress and worry, never. However, when I stressed and worried in the past, you get what I'm saying. If you ever do stress and worry, I don't find that if I'm ever stressing or worrying that I think an entire sentence in my mind. It's almost like fleeting glimpses of stresses that come in and out that I already know the meanings of. So I think that's the same when it applies to affirmations with just words, like fun, successful, confident, fun, successful, confident, fun, successful, confident, because those words have meaning and power, and you're imprinting them and you're saying, this is what I intend, this is what I create. And that's why as well, when you get rid of old thoughts that don't serve you, you kind of have to catch the thought and go, stop just flying past me, scary thought. What are you actually saying? And you need to pause and take a moment, because in your head, you're not like, I'm so worried that A, B, and Z is going to happen. It's almost like a feeling that's become so natural that you don't see the words to it anymore. So that's why you need to pause your mind and go, what's that fucking thought? And unravel the thought and go, oh, okay, so what's happening is I'm scared of X, Y, and Z. Cool, let's replace it with some affirmations. I'm confident, I'm feeling good, it's going to be fine. I'm confident, I'm feeling good, it's going to be fine. That's why a lot of the time it's really effective to pause, look at it, and then replace it. Because sometimes it becomes so natural, those seeds are just growing, when really you have to go, what's the fucking plant that I'm planting here? What are these seeds? And then look at it, take it, remove it, and replace it with the seeds that you want. I think that's going to end the first video on affirmations. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe as well if you haven't already. I really do appreciate your support. And yeah, I'll catch you in your next reading / next video. Bye.